Hello and welcome
to Where Worlds Collide, where we talk about
jibber jabber.
Yeah, chat away, because we can
Indeed.
chat. We can chat for all things geeky.
Indeed, for the geekosphere, if you will.
Welcome to our new channel, and let us begin.
So, what we're hoping to do with the channel is book reviews, graphic novel reviews, game reviews.
Geeky, all things geek.
Yes.
Embracing the geekosphere.
TV shows, if there's anything worth talking about. Tabletop games. Card games.
See where this journey takes us.
All of that. All of those things.
Let's start off with an introduction.
I'm Lee.
And I'm Gwenny. And
we
welcome.
notice that's a pair of Lees.
Tell me, when was the first time you felt like a geek?
Well, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I was 14. I used to go around to my friend Kavan's house, sit on his floor, read his comics, Marvel, DC, Warriors, which was, I didn't realise at the time how influential and how important that comic was, but it was the first things not the first things Alan Moore put out, that's not right, but the first things that collected. Warrior had a very unique payment system for the contributors, the artists, the writers. So it had some very good talent within it. Ran from 1982 to 1985. At that point, it was about 1983, 1984 time.
Wow.
So I didn't realise, I was just squatting on his floor, reading his comics, what I had in my hands, as it were. But yeah, interesting. I'm waffling, so I'm going to start waffling. Yourself?
I don't know. I think I've always said I was a geek because I read books as a child. And, you know, when you're a kid, kids can be mean and say things like, "Oh, what a geek, you read books, but look at you now." So I've always loved books.
You're still a geek.
I am. It's a lifelong hobby. I don't think it ever stops.
No.
But yeah, I think that, and then my first foray into fantasy that I loved, you've got Harry Potter's, but was for me potentially before Harry Potter. Before I discovered Harry Potter, was the Garth Nix series Sabriel, which I love and which is beautiful, and had the pleasure of meeting Garth Nix when I was probably about 10. Came to my school and told this beautiful story, and he wove wonderful imagery into this story of a ring that this woman or something had given him, and to carry it around, but it was a cursed ring. Now I say it sounds a tiny bit like the Lord of the Rings. And he gave this ring, and he whipped this ring out in front of the whole class, and we were like, "Oh, it's real! This story about this ring is real!" And he passed the ring over to one of the girls, and he said, "Make sure you pass that over in 2 years' time." And we were all like, "Oh, she's the chosen one!" And
She wasn't a hobbit or anything.
No. And then he actually told us that it was just a story to prove the power of words and how you can get anyone involved in a story, and that it was actually just a bag of rings he'd bought from eBay that he hands out to schools that he goes to. Garth Nix, if you're watching, I remember, but he did tell the girl to make sure she passed the ring on after 2 years, just in case anything.
I wonder if she ever did.
I don't know. That's one I'm not sure we'll ever find out. But yeah, from there it progressed. One of my other favourites is The Host by Stephanie Meyer, her best work. And it's just progressed from there. And then I started loving sort of different TV shows and dystopian fiction and dystopian futures.
Well, I love a bit dystopian future.
Yep.
Big fan of William Gibson's work, all the cyberpunk graphic novels, cyberpunk role-playing games, of course. Had the original cyberpunk role-playing game that moved on to 2020. I kind of skipped over Cyberpunk Red.
Any reason why?
No clue. Perhaps you can tell me in the comments why I might have skipped that one. But yeah, I don't really remember why. I think I was just not playing Cyberpunk at the time and had a little stack of books. I've dabbled with some tabletop games. Games Workshop was inherently involved with. There was a lot of times when Games Workshop used to have box sets of role-playing games. They released the Chaosism Cthulhu second edition.
Oh, Cthulhu. We love a bit of Cthulhu.
Yeah. I'll just emblazon my bosom. So all those sorts of that dark sort of twisted horror, I like that as a genre. I like dystopian futures.
Fantasy? Dabble?
I do have a little dabble, a little soup song with fantasy. But yeah, I like quite a lot of science fiction. So hopefully with this channel we can progress through that and review these things, or bring you something else we like.
Talk about things we love that you might not have discovered yet.
Yeah.
But as for hobbies...
Well, there's lots, isn't there? Let's face it.
Time and money spent on...
all of the things.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, we like magic.
We do. You like painting miniatures?
I do paint and dabble with miniatures.
You might see them later on. We'll see.
Quite possibly.
But someone you should check out is
Tom at Slayer Miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good.
Yep, he is. Link his channel below in the description. So Tom, might get you on for a future episode. Let's see.
We'll possibly even do a sort of bit of a chat at some point where we could talk about role-playing and running games and things like that, if that's the sort of thing you were into.
So got a lot of other hobbies too. I like historical martial arts. Not one I ever thought I'd be interested in.
That's very true.
It kind of fits in with like the fantasy genre, doesn't it? Because it's historical.
Swinging the swords and having all of the fun.
And daggers and axes and
all of that.
What would you say is your favourite fantasy book, or your favourite sci-fi, fantasy, dystopian fiction, horror book?
Well, interestingly, Game of Thrones, for instance, I always said I wasn't going to read it until he'd finished it. You'll notice that might be a little while coming. But I did it in audiobook. I was commuting at the time, and hours and hours of fun following that. That was very good. That was a big investment in my time. I think each book's about 30 odd hours each, but as an audiobook, fantastic. It was shame it's not finished, but never mind. We had the joy of the Hedge Knight and
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Would recommend.
If you haven't seen that yet, you really should.
You should.
But it's a good little book as well. So I enjoyed that a lot. Yourself?
Dystopian fiction, I'd say The Handmaid's Tale. That was very good. Another very good TV series, if you haven't watched it, although the majority of the world probably have watched it, to be fair. I really enjoyed Sabriel by Garth Nix. Previous cover back to that one. But it was just the world building, I think, that was the most amazing thing. And it's building that world that is not a world that we recognise, that we live in, which is a good one to know.
Very learned.
And then we've got our favourite games.
Oh yes, many favourite games. We both very much enjoy Pandemic, which I think's on the back here somewhere. Tokaido. I've recently bought Catan Starfarers, which we're going to review sometime soon, and Arkham Horror, because I love me some tentacles. Yes, I do.
We're going to review them fresh out the box, gameplay maybe. We'll see how we go, what we liked, what we didn't like, and also whether we would play it again. I'm guessing we would, because we do like a board game.
Yes, as do our friends. So yes.
We recently played the new Lord of the Rings game, which was also made by the same people that made Pandemic.
Yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah, very good, very good. We did beat the game and fly the eagles into the mountain. Thereby,
I'm told this is a very important part of the movie.
Indeed,
that was missed out, or what should have happened.
What most people say, why didn't this happen? I'm sure there's some sort of analysis as to why that didn't happen. Faramir did a lot more than normal. So by proving he was far more trustworthy than his brother. But anyway, that's probably a bit of a deep dive. Who knows?
But yeah, we like a little bit of everything. Got a couple of favourite games, but we'll review them. We'll review them for you, just in case you've never played them. What we're planning to put on this channel, I think, a voyage into all things geek, I think. Maybe some book reviews of our favourite books, or new books that are around that maybe we haven't read yet, or we're looking forward to, things we're looking forward to. I know you're particularly enamoured or excited by the idea of the new Alan Moore book.
Yeah.
Because he's actually written a novel.
Well, it's
a follow-up novel.
To be fair, he's written a few. But his latest one only came out a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't got it yet because it's still in hardback, and I tend to only want it in paperback. I'm sorry, Mr. Moore. Please forgive me.
We just have a preference for paperback, and that's okay. Although, by the looks of our shelves, we've got a lot of hardbacks mixed in.
Yeah.
We're just bibliophiles, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
Game reviews, like I said, we'll do a couple reviews of how we liked the game, how we didn't like the game.
Yeah.
See how we go. We might do some anecdotal videos, talk about some RPG characters, or make some wonderful accent appearances, not to offend any of our viewers.
Yes. Although potentially it will. I'm just saying.
You never know.
Especially if you're from Boston.
Our influential characters you may recognise from shows such as Ted or The Pit. I'm not saying Baby Jane Doe won't make an appearance, but she might. We never know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
God.
And we'll probably talk about some geeky TV shows. The Punisher.
Yes.
Love The Punisher.
Yeah.
Bring back The Punisher is what I say.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, come along for the journey. Let's see where we go. And maybe everyone who didn't think they were a geek can embrace being a geek.
Essentially, there's a I don't know. I think a lot of times people are put off. You walk past a shop, it's potentially full of sweaty boys. Hopefully, this channel is not that shop.
So join along for the ride and join us.
Yes.
Where worlds collide.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.